Suicide Squad number 18, written by Adam Glass, art by Henrik Johnson. Last issue we had Red Orchid, who is Yo-Yo's sister and has plant powers, working with Regulus, leader of Basilisk, who we thought was dead. They have a hostage, and that's who Suicide Squad is after. So Harley's out, she got poisoned, and it looks like the rest of the group is basically all choking on stuff. And Yo-Yo's the only one who's still up and moving. So he lands a punch on Regulus and seemingly gets what's left of the group, which is Voltaic and King Shark, up on their feet and says, okay, here's the deal. King Shark, you eat Regulus. Just devour him whole. Voltaic, go beat up my sister, and then I'm just going to grab the target. So Yo-Yo makes his way over to the package. He's on the comms with Waller, and Waller's like, hey, I have cameras in your contact lenses. Give me a confirmation on who this package is. And so Yo-Yo takes the bag off the guy's head and takes 2 pages to do it, but it's Kurt Lance. And Kurt Lance, for anyone who's unaware, I think has been featured in this book, but regardless, he has the ability to boost or even take away meta abilities. He is just that kind of guy. So he has managed to take away Yo-Yo's ability, at least minorly, because he's just too close. He's not even meaning to, and he also probably has a lot of concussions. So Voltaic's going up against Red Orchid. Seems like a pretty even fight right up until Red Orchid causes this weird... The best I could describe it is Little Shop of Horrors plant straight from her chest, and it just bites Voltaic's head off. Then King Shark is fighting Regulus, and Regulus is like, do you even remember who you are, King Shark? Your name is Nanoe. I'm horribly mispronouncing that, but regardless, King Shark's like, oh yeah, that is who I am. And one of my teammates is, and then they're knocked out by Voltaic. So that's done. Red Orchid has a grip on everybody, saying like, hey, all right, I did what I need to do, Regulus. Are we cool now? And Regulus walks up to Deadshot, just being like, hey, I really should be thanking you, Deadshot. And Deadshot just spits in his eye. He's like, actually, I was going to do that anyway. I needed a DNA sample. And Deadshot's like, I'm sorry, why do you need a DNA sample? It's just like, oh, why don't you ask Waller? Why don't you ask the real reason she's fighting me? It's like, because you're a cult leader and a psycho. And it's like, yeah, okay, and other stuff. So Yo-Yo looks over and sees Harley still unconscious, and he's like, I gotta snap her out of it. There's only one way I think I can do it. And he swings over to her and kisses her on the lips, to which Harley then smacks him in the face. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, you have to understand that. And she interrupts and just be like, that you thought that a kiss would send a shock to my system and wake me up? And he's like, yeah, well, if you knew that, why'd you smack me? She's like, oh, it was a little bit of foreplay. And he's like, I love you. So at that point, she pulls a knife out of her boot and then starts cutting off the branches that were holding Red Orchid up. And the whole reason that Yo-Yo wanted to wake Harley up is because she doesn't have powers. So she can get Kurt Lance out of here and just be herself in doing it. So she grabs Kurt, but then Regulus comes up from behind, uses a flail to hit her in the back of the head. So I think she should be dead, but she's not. And he grabs Harley by the back of the hair and just like, oh, I know you. You're a follower. You can't lead anybody. You need someone to lead you to your full potential. And Harley's like, oh, I guess you haven't heard. I'm a solo act now. And she throws her knife at Kurt's head, knocking him out, thus rendering his powers of power nullification out. And so Yo-Yo's able to escape the binding, gets everybody out as well. And he's like, hey, guys, I was thinking we need a battle cry. How about Suicide Squad assemble? And Deadshot's like, that's stupid. Nobody should ever use that cry. And it's like, Avengers came out last year, didn't it? Got it. Just wanted to be clear. Okay, anyway. So at that point, Deadshot takes a shot at the giant aquarium nearby. And so it unleashes this huge flood of water, knocking over Regulus and Harley. Harley manages to get away from Regulus. But then Red Orchid, once again, just basically grabs everybody. And Waller pops in and is just like, Deadshot, you need to get the package out of here. I don't have to remind you, I can blow your head off. And it's just like, how about you tell me who our package is, okay? Well, maybe that would help. But then Regulus walks over and takes the little comms off of Deadshot, just being like, hey, thanks for letting me borrow Harley. and I'm going to go ahead and take Kurt. So I hope you understand that this is personal. And she shuts off the connection and grabs a gun and says, "I'm on my way." So Regulus walks out with Kurt and just basically shakes hands with Red Orchid, saying, "Yep, you go ahead, do whatever you need to do, bye." And Red Orchid starts using her branches to go down everybody's throats and just starts suffocating them. Yo-Yo is left unharmed for the moment, so he uses his stretching ability, wraps his neck around Black Orchid's neck a few times, and tells Deadshot, "Hey, you know what you got to do." And Deadshot uses his gun, shoots the micro explosive inside of Yo-Yo's neck, and blows them both up. So Yo-Yo's dead. Yo-Yo is definitely dead, and probably Red Orchid as well. But Yo-Yo's dead, which I can't say I didn't see coming, because he's been given so much focus these past 2 issues, and the fact that it's Yo-Yo, it's like, all right, he's probably able to be killed off. But I do appreciate the fact that they gave him enough focus that I thought maybe he could have been off. Like, I never thought that he was totally safe, but if they gave him like 1 or 2 more issues of just like, no, he's leading this team now, I could see it, of him actually managing to survive. But yeah, no, he was marked for death the moment he took charge. So overall, I'm going to say art was fine. I'm kind of tired of the whole Regulus thing, but they did clarify that, Regulus is grabbing Kurt because Kurt has an ability not only to depower metas, but also to track them to some extent. So he's going to use that to basically destroy everything. I'm a bit tired of the Regulus stuff, but if he wants to be the main big bad of the series and they're willing to give him this time for it, so be it. I just wish that they would stop doing false endings then, because I really thought he was done with by last arc, and now they're like, nope, he's actually still here, and we're not going to spend any time away from him. Anyway, yeah, overall, I'm going to give this one I'll give it just a flat 6. It's perfectly normal for what Suicide Squad has been. It didn't really stand out at all. I didn't quite have an emotional punch when Yo-Yo died, so missed opportunity there. But hey, maybe, who knows? He is still alive. His ability is he managed to survive in King Shark's stomach for like months, so there's a chance at anything, I guess.